forum time. You got 5 minutes, I guess.
Remind me when I've got a minute left, and I'll be sure and wrap up. Well, first let me begin by saying I appreciate the interest in economic development. I've made no secret of the fact one of my 4 priority items during the term of my administration is to create new and better jobs for our citizens. And that just doesn't happen because you wish it. It happens because you work at it. And I think we've done a pretty good job there. Prior to the recession hitting us, you can recall that we had created 30,000 new regional jobs. And we worked closer together as a region than we ever have through our efforts with Jobs Now and going forward the Innovation Valley, because we live in a worldwide economy, and it's important that we work together as a region. Because of our efforts over the past several years, more years than not, we've had the state's best employment rate as a county, which also means we have the state's lowest unemployment rate as a county. And again, I applaud those who work in economic development offices every day. During my first term in office, I made 400 business visits to firms of all sizes, both large and small. And during my second term in office, I've made over 200 business visits, again to both small and large companies, because both represent the backbone of our economic infrastructure and the future of our community. During those visits, the purpose has been pretty simple: to encourage them, to thank them, and to find out what we can do to assist them to grow and prosper. We've recruited new businesses: Green Mountain Coffee, Tennessee Steel, XD Corporation, National Partitions. That list goes on and on and on. And the reason we've been so successful in that area is because we've worked at it collectively together. Just last week, we had a nice announcement, one that Commissioner Smith brought to me several years ago, Moore Trucking Company, and at our Development Corporation meeting, we sold them some additional property in the Eastbridge Industrial Park. I appreciate Chairman Strickland being in attendance. Commissioner Norman, you were there that day. 200 new jobs for our community. Again, a great example of how you can work together to grow your economy. I mentioned that we are in an international economy, and we are. Recently, the governor visited China. Mayor Haslam visited Japan. Mayor Cunningham in Blount County visited the United Kingdom. And as president of the County Executives of America, I went to Kosovo. And let me tell you a little bit about Kosovo. It is the world's newest democracy. For years, it was a part of the Soviet bloc, part of Yugoslavia. A dictator named Slobodan Milosevic went into Kosovo and wreaked havoc, executing hundreds and hundreds of people there. The United States came in, along with European allies, and provided relief, and now they are living there in peace. So it's gone from a socialist, communist-type country to democracy. Prior to my trip, I was briefed on what I should do by the White House, and also multiple briefings by the United States State Department, which I appreciate greatly. In Kosovo, there are no golf courses. There are no luxury hotels. The places I stayed didn't have air conditioning, and it was the middle of the summer. But I can tell you this, they have wonderful people who really appreciate Americans and what we've done for them. I couldn't have been treated nicer or more warmly during my visits there. So you'll know I plan on going back to Kosovo and work with them in any way I can to help move them forward. In terms of opportunities for American companies there are many, but there are also many challenges to get through. Will we be moving American jobs to Kosovo? Absolutely not, nor have we in the past, nor will we in the future. But there are opportunities there for American companies to invest and engage in that economy, and I hope we do that. I think democracy succeeding in Kosovo is critically important, and we want to make that happen. Again, when I was there, visited with a large group of mayors, the United States Embassy, the United States Chamber of Commerce, the American University, the United States Agency for International Development, and it was a wonderful experience which I will always value. But again, no luxury trip, no resort, and I would encourage some of you, if you ever have the opportunity to take a trip like this, to take advantage of it. And I hope I have a couple of minutes left, because I want to change gears for just a second and clear up a few things that have been out there that some people have said that are just totally incorrect. First, as it relates to our budget, some good news. We have the second largest fund balance in Knox County's over 200-year history. We have the best bond rating in Knox County's history, and we've been able to go 10 years or longer without a property tax increase. Those are good things. Some people say, well, you've ran up some debt. Well, we have, but let's look at what we've ran up the debt for. Hardin Valley High School, Gibbs Elementary School, Powell Middle School, the Cedar Bluff Schools, $15 million in capital improvements. We've increased spending on education annually by $90 million. We've opened Amherst and Bricky McLeod schools. We've also contributed $6 million to the VA home, $1 million to the Veterans Memorial. I don't know about you, but I think those are worthwhile expenditures. A network of senior centers in the community in South Knoxville, Coreyton, Carter, and Halls. We expanded the Strang Center and the O'Connor Center downtown, all of which I think are good. Additionally, we funded expansions and renovations at the Beck Cultural Center, which we have another one going on now that will be open in just a second, and also the Tennessee History Center. We've opened libraries in Burlington, Fountain City, Powell, and some other places. So I think that's good use of taxpayer dollars and things that we can be proud of. So the budget is good. Our economy is struggling, but we're going to continue to work as hard as we can with our economic development agencies, our existing businesses, so that East Tennessee can be the leader when we come out of this recession, and we can grow and prosper for a long time to come. So this may be the last time I see some of you before Christmas, so I hope each of you have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a great 2010. Thanks for allowing me to address the trip.